The Frontline with Kwikwanan, only on CTV. The Frontline with Kwikwanan, only on CTV.
The Ghana Union of Traders Association, GUTA, has once again taken a turn to speak on one of the most pressing issues confronting the local business community. At the heart of the matter lies the increasing dominance of foreigners, particularly Nigerians, in the retail trade, supermarkets and small shops across the country. GUTA insists that Ghana's investment laws clearly reserves these sectors for citizens, and any breach undermines livelihoods of local traders who struggles daily to survive in a highly competitive market, with tensions mounting between Ghanaian shops owners and foreign operators. The union is calling for urgent enforcement of the laws to safeguard the future of indigenous businesses and protect Ghana's economy. I am Kweku Anan, and of course tonight we're coming to you live from the very HQ here in the studios of CTV, and of course across dozens. Tonight with a feed, we begin with our very own in Sunyane, picking it on 88.1 FM, precisely Sunyane FM. And in the western region, the feed is on Tadi 99.1 FM. In London, the feed is on GOB Broadcasting on modernghana.com and TuneIn. Still on GOB, they're flipping it on www.gobtv.tv plus Apple Music. Tonight, there's a bit of change on our transmission. Those of you watching online, you cannot get it on my CTV. Rather, you'll get it on the Frontline Ghana. The Frontline Ghana. Please take note. You will not get the feed on my CTV-GH, no, but rather the Frontline Ghana. Did you hear this? So take notes of it. That's the very reason why. Anytime if the program begins, I tell you what, check it on my CTV-GH or the Frontline Ghana. But tonight, my CTV-GH, there is a problem with this particular link, and we are working on it. So those of you who wants to join the show online, go get the show on my CTV-GH. I repeat, my CTV-GH. Again, my CTV-GH. That's where you get a feed, okay? I'll continue to announce this, and then those of you who are more familiar with my CTV-GH will quickly have to join the feed on, you know, the Frontline Ghana, and then you'll be cool to go. Guys, I welcome all viewers here in Ghana and around the world. Of course, 15th September 2025, the year of our Lord, is a brand new week with the month of September also fast fading. Guys, tonight I have a very, task, a responsibility with all of you, and particularly tonight I invite all Nigerians here in Ghana to tune in. So if you know some group of Nigerians, particularly those of Nigerians who are trading, who are selling in the Ghanaian markets, in the retail businesses, those of you also running our shops, and those of you running, in our local markets and what have you, please tune in here. Tonight's show is very crucial and very important. Why am I saying so? It's been how many years, I don't know, but it's considerably, a period of time that Ghanaians, between us and foreigners, but more particularly that we see oftentimes with Ghanaians and Nigerians are boxing together, question who owns the shop or who must operate the shops, the supermarkets, the retail, and all of that. Even though, although the laws are explicitly written boldly, the GIPC laws, Ghana Investments, promotion laws, including the trade laws. These are laws that were written by Ghana's parliament, not by the Nigerian parliament. It was not by Lebanese. not by, whoever. The laws were written by Ghanaian Parliament. And the laws were specifically also written for Ghanaians and not for outsiders. So it begged the question why Nigerians would be seen to be battling with Ghanaian shop owners, or we battling with Ghanaians who want to run their business safely, neatly, swiftly, and go their way. And Nigerians are saying, hey, hello, we also must own the shops when the laws doesn't say so. So the question, why are you fighting Ghanaians? Now, guys, as part of this program that you know that we've been running the show, on one hand, asking the Igbo man called Chukwudi to leave. Two, also to ensure that foreigners here in Ghana, particularly the Nigerian guys, the Nigerians, must also be seen to be what? To have their papers regularized. They must be what? Documented. We've said this over and over. Nigerians must be documented. Three, we also said at the very demonstration which, was staged on the street of Accra a couple of days ago, that any Ghanaian who will be killed, murdered, or kidnapped by a Nigerian or any foreigner will take care of that. Again, as part of the demonstration, and also why we are still engaging this very, battle lines, it's also because of the incessant pressure foreigners are piling on Ghanaians, as it were, making Ghanaian traders feel as though they want to share the shops with them when the laws doesn't say so. And we believe that we must settle this score once and for all. We must settle this once and for all. Tonight, I have the GUTA president, of course, will join me shortly, and he's going to tell us all there is to, and I'm sure many of you know him, Mr. Joseph Obeng. He's the GUTA president, Ghana Union of Traders Association. They are in charge of the laws, and they can interpret the laws. We are going to look at the laws. We are also going to look at, the ECOWAS free trade agreements and the protocols and what have you. You see, the mistake these Nigerians, particularly Nigerians, are making is the fact, including Chukwudi, who was interviewed. I watch a particular link, and there's a guy called VDM, is it the very dark or whatever he called himself. And Chukwudi was making some utterances that yes, they know the law. They know the law does not permit them to do business, yet they think that we are all ECOWAS people. We are all under ECOWAS. Therefore, they think that they are entitled to also own some shop. No, the laws were not written. The laws, it's a common sense just to deduce that the laws were not written at the ECOWAS Parliament. I have not seen, neither am aware of any Nigerian senator was sitting or was part of Ghana's Parliament, either the 4th, 5th, 6th Parliament, to have written that law. So under what circumstances that Nigerians would just sit and dream that laws that were written by or for Ghanaians, and you can come from Nigeria and make it look as though you are entitled to run Ghanaian shop. How? The laws are clear. The law says what? Bring the goods here, sell it to Ghanaians, go back, bring it, sell it to Ghanaians, then Ghanaians will also sell the goods in the shops. Simple. The laws are not banning Nigerians not to participate in trade. The laws says bring, go back, bring the goods, sell to the Ghanaian. The Ghanaian is the only person entitled to run the shops. Why Nigerians are you battling with Ghanaians, as it were, question who owns the shop or who must be given that opportunity to run? And of course, we are learning. A couple of days ago, Abosokai are bracing themselves to, as it were, to ransack all Nigerian shops. Of course, they are entitled. It's going to go murky in the coming days. It's going to go bad because the laws are clear. The only thing I can say is that Ghanaians are trying to temper with justice and mercy and trying to play leniency with our Nigerian guys. But it's not because they don't know what to do. they can set fire, they can do anything, they can burn your items, because the laws does not allow you Nigerians to be doing that. Folks, tonight a lot is coming, of course. So we'll have the GUTA president, we'll speak to GUTA president Joseph Obey to give us all the clarity. He will shape the laws for us. Today is today. I'm asking all foreigners, including Nigerians, tune in here. You can join the show on the Frontline Ghana, not my CTVGA, no, the Frontline Ghana, and you are cool to go, especially those of you don't want to watch it, or you want to join the feed, in the internet, and then you're cool to go. Still on the bail. Now, the gentleman earlier incarceration now has been granted bail. Who is this man? Kwame Bafo Abronye. Okay, we have something for him tonight, and the NPP as well. So it's a whole packed show. Now, a lot's coming. Wednesday, Friday, we are going to be joined by Dr. Alhaji Hassan Ayarga. He's going to join us with some very fireworks coming. We are putting certain things in place, and we have to just do it as it is. Folks, let's get started. And I read here, Ije Dahana Nwodne. Na the mekacho and say, pe baby na yeden, Ejina. And come da hwa and say, Ye nuanom weinum say ye say perform say nuanom say perform say brother. So as earlier we know. But Osha and Tokwa, Nigerians in Ghana for no akwa. Particularly, yen Tokwa do duanwa kujina say Nigerians na your madren say shops near what Ghana hanina, wombeje shops na uko nkra say shops ni be close to about 70-80% Nigerians na shops na uko Kumasia and the hode yanka. All over Ghana, Nigerians na the shops ni na, but Emrano esse saying GIPC Emrano esse saying ye trade laws na so esse saying Emrano ya tro dia to enyam ikweku anan na metro yo ya tro mrana to self meaning which parliament man say fit 6 parliament in tro I don't even know, and I'm not the one to explain this. But Emrawo ho say amanfrafo eni hu kwan say wonom de Emrano be show mu nsem say Ghana shops no wo mu kwetene mu aye adwuma nanso nyesa na tio fritititi ina santu koi akoso na eno no ye ni Nigerians na ye boss atwede pretty much more na ya na me say bisa so say okay yensan bisa say why nom sumpo e no mo de sa shops na edema Nigerians no say Nigerians ni to me sorry na o ma kwetena shops mo why en wonim say Ghana mra no e kotia say amanfrafo so me Lebanese so me Chinese so me Nigerians so me South Africans emrane say ma foreigners and cooperative retail business shops any a honke come it's a ban say and one mo shisha shops ma Ghana fo nya baby for me nyamanwo anadri ye be settle sadi we wa na ewia ye settle wia ni na so ka ho and a demonstrations no ye no because ye pese Ghana for no yenye ya hunti asese ye Ghana for esese bibia ye bia ne ye wo ye diem. Okay, we must first think about the Ghanaian first and send a foreigner no wo be hia yen ana ye so unse chi be ye oda na enye unsa ye mu o mintia se Ghana mpenifo as far as NPP NDC are concerned. Muntimin tra say 33 years. And from running to her, Emma amanfra for entom who say no. Aha no go area. Aha muntimin me yeduma. But GUTA eduma kui GUTA for a Ghana Union of Traders Association for abai mi enu na akwa me dwe ho akwa community say e dey na hamo. Emra no so na that way. Why can't you make the law work once and for all? Why? Na mehwe mfoni bia sa onu chukwudi we any Nigerian blogger be din koma blogger ni bisa ne say one guy say friend video mo say o bisa ne nsem bia wono chukwudi ni say I because of that nti wo mo no mo kwa kosi supermarket any de be fa hinnes ne but ene no GUTA for be chirim so mo wo kwan say so mo esi supermarket ye behwe but enu mpono nchan en hard wini o but Ghana shops na yesi ho de da no eno na Nigerians is so many ebeko ho ntokwa. Why? Aden the Nigerians are aware. Mo say Friday me bo video bi abra ye maame no eka asem say no they don't have right no Once on the flip side, near the Nigerian in Abetor. Nigerian in buyer or say there is no law in Ghana. Actually say, oh Timmy had their own shops and that because of say ye na ye kuas for or dram amokua mutiana mukikan kwasiasem. You see, all because the government of NPP, the government of NDC, and you're ready some who said no, you don't have the right to go and trade in Ghanaian shops. At least provisions have been done. Lift all your goods wherever you are lifting it from, and then you ask them. As long as you are not what? Invading or avoiding taxes. February, when you bring it, the Ghanaians will buy the goods and then will sell it in the shop. No, the Nigerians want to what? Many of them, and also bypass what? Our borders. Friends, the proper routes, you know, they are what? They are bypassing it. So what it means is that some of these Nigerian guys are shortchanging government's what? Revenue. Because they are not passing the proper route. Oh. Approved routes in some fashion. They are not using it. They are passing corners. And they are landing here. Why? I mean, what is the meaning of this? For a very long time, several decades, Nigerians continue to battle with Ghanaians over what? Who owns the shop? Tonight, we are to settle this cause. And after tonight, when the GUTA people explain to us that foreigners do not and must not operate Ghanaian shops, it's going to be fatal. Nigerians, so if you know you are hiding in any of our shops, we beg you, please evacuate. Let the laws work. We don't care what our Minister of Trade will be talking to you people about. The minister must ensure that the laws are what? Are being actionable. If the minister is not, you know, is not ready to ensure that the laws are actionable, Ghanaians will action the law. Okay? So Nigerians, brace yourselves in the coming days. I know that Bosio kind people are, you know, are ready. Kumasi, we know that many of the places they are ready to pounce on you people because you are causing a lot of troubles here. You are not supposed to own. Why? Are Ghanaians selling in your shops in Nigeria? We watched a video not too long ago where Ghanaian basket weavers were sitting under a tree and for very sad circumstances where the Ghanaians weave the basket and the Nigerians will come and, you know, pick the basket and go and sell it to their own customers at the expense of a peanut. Why? And you want to come and operate fully in our market. I saw that VDM guy at Abosoka interviewing some Nigerians, and they were all there. They don't even know how to construct their own centers. But you know very well that you are not supposed to operate the shops. Who gave you that power? Who gave you that power? The Ghanaian must be served first. Folks, it's an idea GUTA penny, ora Joseph Oben, Waben Rough, Onimumrano, Wakasa Kasa minimum Mesobinyo, Kasa, Niko Huntina, Wakasa, Ganam penny for a buffo, Moya buffo, no Muya nipa bonny for MPP ni NDC, and Ranamu TV fine yedma. Meanwhile, Munim Sam Ranet, let me be Miss Obin, Minimsa Utiemi. As I say, a yebi be said. Going forward, so Mama Rana Nyeduma, all Ghanaian shops, I am going to declare from this very day, we are going to declare all shops in Ghana across the 16 regions. Let's close the shops. Yeah, we'll go on a tough strike until the Minister of Trade, Ebema Rana Nyeduma, sack all Nigerians out of the shops immediately. And some phone and a mudieno. Na munye nipa me yenka nkyere mo mene GUTA president wia na se yehu yete ye ho asese ampawu eye Ghana for na so mu only shops na me say from ene we are going to crusade big all the shops from Abosuo Kan to Ahifa magazine all over Takra, the Western region, Volta region. We are going to crusade with the leadership of the trade, you know, association. Close all the shops. Yeah. Say your food product, say, you know, let's shut down completely until the laws are forced to, you know, operationalize. Ghana and penny for seven previous. Kwasi asemu mutrimu doto. Just say, I me one say, when you just say, I'm a friend yaba. Na just say, seven previous. Ye Jimmy anti. ye de Ghana for ne de bia no ahohoye no a na Ghana ni bre bone be ne yaye how yaka se ye hotoy now ni asemwate the president of the United States wa frɛ wo man pani or say Ghana for bi wo ho ye message so mo info mo mrefie ade no mo ntena se amaya na obi e pre ni de o Donald Trump ye mistake please or pam Ghanaian nationals wo nye mistake obi a pre ne de me who be the wasase we so say enipa wo to na wo se metumi mfroma e be fe se me ensono no wetu wo nsono ukwaje obi de abehye enye fa na yes a bibizamo nti eye wonwampo is so the absurdity of it say GUTA for na a fight here for how many years na yentimi mamra na nya adwuma se de se eden eko metiase enso enye ye guys and I dream in Hebrew nti ye behwe GUTA ni na aka ho ne ye demonstration o ni na aka ho o ene ese sa Chukwudi no mompa me free ha Chukwudi wabe ware Ghana ni a na ware bi no be ware yo ni status in Ghana can be state clear all right you those of mad people na mugo na bodam for na mugo na munim nyansa no a mo feel say jeme ya ready say ye be so amanfrafo na yanka say ye hoto yesa Ghana your mind kitikiti o Ghana your mind kitikiti na say leadership na ye de omaya show monsa no se bin prediasam enim wo left from wo right and omaya ready say be mo omay ho ato me do nyame say Ghana ni biere nu a ye ntimi ntua ne ka bosome me na me ka kire mo omay we onyame boye yie papa wasanso di yedie emaye wasanso so de kanko emaye wasanso di nimdie emaye wo ma bibia but omani si apene ni abinidie ni apinisie no enyo nyankopon fault o eyo leadership no okay na wa 35-40 million impa ye betimi a chase kan mo obi anya bi nanso leaders ni nya ready so mbe sa commitment rather no message says kan na egu omo bi akoto awoye bi di akoto to banks and other places di mama to talkers mama edan ye to tobi mama media na pe wiane anadwo omisi omo so sa medie basa bebre su kresi omntimi ni wom na me ade omo omntimi ni wom na mo titikuru we sem na mo sega na sika keke akwanye gu mani mu na akwani na say bibia say yo telecom everything but sikanu gu hosi ade be ye no ye mfanye they are proud so dissipation of money basa na matiegu kwaye mu ho na mu san ye den ese kwaye na mu sensuo wutenijie kwan so ene ahokeka ene say oh kana mpeni for de pite we no beba kwaye kwan na oso nyabotre time nso emergency be declare be say and say say wo mu nia yam hihye ba ko de ma wo Ghana ni ene me no ye survival no anadwi esanso da pono so say abrantie ya suko no ma we ya wo sori a wakasa obetra wo studio no wakasa se na no be prove so na wo microphone na ho afọ I friend why me abronya me nua no na me twabo ne yie cause ne neme bi nko yie oya politician no onye journalist ndimu amuhu ne so si microphone ni mo oya de oya no onye journalist oya politician well ya say court are granting a bail yes sir okay the baba rehearsal but in all of this no shall say a video bidubira Ghana speaks proudly brought to you by biogas expert engineers edumakui meno omo na ekona meno omo na eba hunim de ye ne say ye niam bebre didi kan say yanka say sisi dan na ebi obepese ye besi wo dan ama oh ye be ne fefe de ama trust me edan ye besi ama no ye si every form e de akosoro na afia eden ya boss because your company so ye roofing ye be boss fefe de ama ye wi a e betimi a bibi e friend no the state of the art kitchen because edan bia no e say unya kitchen wom kitchen na ye be ye wom no e state of the art o kitchen na wo yire o girl o den o gina ho no wo ye aduane a o ho asmutumi didi mo ho nkomo tie ni ye kitchen ho no asmutumi didi mo ho nkomo ne ade fefe o ye aduane amamo adi o te kitchen ho fefe kama ye kitchen pa beautiful one day amount okay then you ria a dana munsu ni betimi so ayeden e bi na gugu on wo hwe kitchen where na we kitchen basa yeah you build it cancer kitchen de ma Queen Elizabeth now office ye nkra sa what you say come afi so a dana ye si ama no wo pese ye floor tiles can no ye import tiles every Turkey and as you say Germany and as some say Italy ye jaye yankase with the state of the art tiles ye be ye dia ma wa fe ye tiles ne highly technological and they say sa tiles ne ye ma wa ohun minim tiles are ye ntutu biom and na no screen is on the construction ongoing now tiles we are ye be ya ma no ti ha o ye wia ye be color ye be painted tiles no so beautiful color no ye de be ma no technology ni aye ne such that say ade chimpo na o se ye be pepa paint ni ensa ma another painter ye be ya ma fa ne say every year bia o se ye ma a color nti obi tumi visit o say kwado eno me ba na o tile na o tiles ye we na green ene aye red o say yeah technology no what you say na no kra na o dey flex it this is the state of the art o tiles we more den such that bibia bosso a intimi mpai now you domestic and industrial into industrial purpose no say bia opese ye tiles ni bi ma e wo shop supermarket and now pose wo factory ye ba be ye ne kama e dey ama what and you hwe ye science to boho pa ye tu manako the very depth of the assassin mu na ya den yakwa hete ensuo e ma na pie ensuo na pie no ye connectivity bibia de ma we are wona wo kono ensuo no betimi hia no wo fie domestic and now betimi hia wo factory and our site currently on the screens okay the benefit this is the state of the art ye the new technology so about ye the hiti wa part ni enya ensuo na ye ne ye kono mesraw contact hwanam the biogas expert engineers on 055 5893001 and 0546 205377 0546 205377 all right na ye no na eko nti opa bomodian na ye den twa screenshot no na ye den bomodian na fato se da be a ubetimi ayeden ubetimi ahwe na bibia ya kama e de ama wate hwe ye sanso ye wo edan esisi dan bebre edan ye sini preko ye si bi wo fa na say 3-4 bedrooms esisi bibi wo Spinters Road ebizuo Sakomono ebizuo fence Legon Hills enem ne ada de ye san won sa say ye ton bi make us say the new airport city e ba so pram ye won sa say bebre ho but the very latest project ye sisi an the biggest affordable houses in the history of Ghana. And no, any year Pediasi Lodge currently on the screens, with animation and watching. We animation, not no big catchers are going. Now we are sure said Musia saying a dying to them. So we animation, be we you see down and so say our pepe ocean and see our pepe no hobby. Now a bear such say there was state of the art technology. Now this is going to be one of the securitized real estate. Enipa ntimi wremu rough from by the way yempe Nigeria ni bi ntimi ntra yes ye dan a ye siama Ghana for na wo hwe Pediasi Lodge wa that horizon asasene suye onso so won eno ankasa ne natural serene air conditioner wote hɔ a wasombedru ye dede no won kra no dɔɔso yenko ani yenko tena wate bon kokora ne mmerewa ne eto ne adwen ho obi ani asem wote ase dan we one unit house bia no it cost to saying $150,000, okay? The air catcher one is a radio. You see, $150,000. Brana bear commitment of 20% of this amount. 20% in a bear saying just calculate. Now me say me to me here. 20% and we are. Guess what? Remaining 80%, they are spreaded the amount. 8 years. I didn't say 8 months. 8 years. Hooray! 8 years, 80% in the center will be here. By the way, 20% as well, you qualify to go into the house. Definitely you must say, this is too good to be true, is it not? Great. So 20% now we'll continue. Sa bia we security bibia wo ye be boho kra wo fi ho de amount bibia somdemo kama misraw pomode ana contact biogas expert for no 055 5893001 and 0546 205377. Now take a listen to this. Say numbers here we need now so WhatsApp so okay. enti o frɛ no obi amfa just drop a WhatsApp message no wo drop here either voice audio and say whatever it is ja wo asase ase kura na ye ba be frɛ no ene wedi nkomo kyerɛ ade a wo hwehwɛ no ɛwɔ message no mu na ye ba ye be frɛ no ene edi nkomo na bibia no aye kama okay. So that's the biogas expert engineers Bomadiana contact on. Great. Before you be Ghana speaks him. Enra asem kesi bi so to me ya bebre munim. Sir. Christo asafo osofo peni eye apostle Kojo Safo passed on yesterday at the age of 77. Arehosem. Na me tie news no me hwa ad ni din. I'm saying, Ghana, really? Let me drop a shout out to my main man, Dr. Alhaji Hassan Ayaraga. Power to the people. Hassan, power to the people. Dr. Alhaji Hassan Ayaraga will join us Wednesday and I'm sure Fridays at Nebekon. Yeah, it's going to be an explosive show. Guys, brace yourself. A lot is coming. Now, Christo Asafo, Sofpeni, Ura Kojo, Fenese, Safo. Has passed on that screen is now when we say and a nation that doesn't honor its heroes it's not worth dying for. Now me who said the mekama sema facture say so wo hwe dwuma papa wedie papa dwuma wedie e wo Ghana ha na kire say enchenye se bin prediasa papa etibianie je say nioma Christo asafo for aya SSA to me den Emma yakoye nim na fi nso ye de boa no bebre yemfi ye betimi yi super pay ye nim bebre Ghana mpinifo yemfi very sad is it not but ye be kan say onyankopon enye den enkura no so na bibia oyema Ghana bia whatever that he did for Ghana no may it continue to impact on those that, he left them over, particularly his sons and daughters who definitely may continue the father's legacy. Of course, it's absolutely, incontrovertible that the Christo Asafo did not leave a legacy. He left a legacy and did so much exploit. I believe that, the people over there would work out, continue his exploits, many things to the extent they say, Yanka sampuye hwe ya nche papa bia da ache kra no che Ghana bia betimi manufacture cars wa so Ghana mpenifo no abro no ye omo de chen bibia anyway me ani si ho a me ma me su di ne birthday and then obenya 66 ane monfa me ma me ento screen so emma me ane on that screen is no me ma me bi pa and there ni 66 birthday nti ye be kan say mami yankopon enka ho wate na bibia wo ye bia no so enko kama enfa emma yes na nyame so ma onyini nche pa sense bibia ye wa asase no ebribi ba uhu fefe si ebribi be ba na chese esese osan eko umeka ho say the Christo Asafo echo ni maker ho no ye na ye beko ye maker ho guys enti say na etie now ye message dwumedi ni ase politics of today ena medemu area mu no the politics of today no nsmp da ho anadwi menemo ba beche na yaba abronye de no so na yahwe ne gididi pa na area yakọ GUTA mpenimfo so na ye ne GUTA fo so ayeden akwa din komo. Politics of today tonight we take a deep dive into a deep dive into one of the most heated debates shaking the sub-region. We speak with officials of the Ghana Union Traders Association GUTA as rising tensions between Ghana and Nigeria continue to mount over who truly has the right to operate in Ghana's supermarket shops and retail businesses. At the center of this controversy lies the clash between Ghana's local investment laws and the ECOWAS Free Trade Protocol, raising tough questions about sovereignty, economic survival, and regional integration. The American say, "Ye ba be din komona enche kra na ni na kwaye te say, why ena owo right say obeden or hwe say ana say obe owo right say so operate o Ghana shops them. Why not what that right?" By the way, bebre so say link no mu nyenya link no. And the wunya wo my CTVGH ubenya wo the Frontline Ghana. The Frontline Ghana. Inti wa wenya link no share link no ma wonam fofo. Why? The Frontline Ghana. Yes. Mo YouTube na. Ya na hard ni kakra. Problem bi aba ho nti. Enti ye ba behwe sa trading semi na ye de ato ho se eye yen timemufo ene wo right says ye kokodi yedwa anase amanfrafo enso wo ho kwan sen na adenete. But before e bedure no so no tonight, Kwame Bafo Abronye versus the law. Tonight we take a closer look at the arrest of Kwame Bafo Abronye following his disparaging remarks directed at the Inspector General of Police and other persons. The development has sparked heated debates across the political and security landscape. Yenhwe kwanya ode prosipeni eye Dr. COP Christian Tete Yohunu ode no efaso. Said the branti esi echo direct at the IGP. Media minim, I stand to be corrected, but not that I know of. Say IGP Etcheno earlier, and IGP could in attempt, and I say only IGP no was saying not that I know of. So no dia ye mpinifo binimune ade. Meaning, we are now learning that the new patriotic party has announced plans to stage a massive protest across the streets of Accra on the 23rd of this month in opposition to the continual detention of Abronye. But the lingering question is this: is this not the same party that only days ago issued a statement distancing itself from his controversial remarks? The Etiane say MPP party say, "One more yeden eba e mountain so ebe tie tua say one more enti ensem bi ase na omo tie ase nso a enye yi e na omo ntimi so ntie ase de ba asem a kwanya ye de abrante no da so ehyem wo no nti eso mo ba mountain so." What exactly is going on here? And what kind of double standard is this? And who does the party think it is dealing with? School children? On one hand, the new patriotic party distances itself from Abronye's reckless, disparaging, and despicable remarks against one of the nation's the nation's high-ranking law enforcement officer. Yet, on the other hand, the same party now throws its weight behind him and endorsing his immoral act by calling for a massive protest. As he is saying, "Ono da hono Abronye ono da hono Kwame hwewo mo say no adeno ye no ma distance him who at the statement abeto ho hey Ghana for man say MPP for the statement aba so e die na sanya mu MPP for no a afi de se na bi na be kan sa o ya na mo fi se jema Ghana for no ya ohuri enim kosoro ho yare bi na mo yare afi de enkote a mo ba be demonstration na statement na mo de ba earlier no en na mo si yemfanye den eniama ho ne enianso ho na brantie wei Kwame Abronye wo die ewo Ghana ewo party ni mu no ensanfoni ejimi nioma na wo ye wo party no mo se ma hu peni ni party no mo hu se da madwini nya adwuma ya ka mo se ye di motem no se ma hu tira me ba MPP ni NDC me spare mu no because Yen Ghana for any what right says here Kenya Adwene. Oh yes, we Ghanaians, your right says here Kenya Adwene. And you more politicians, you know. No abroad ye be jira bonti bie na no. Hwe be ma no no jira ho no. Hwe nanim odi jira ho. Kwame, hwe nanim a odi jira ho. Wo betra o studio no kasa na Kwame anu nya prove so say cha. We ni betra o microphone hu na afọ. So no be jira ho dem just say what is wrong with you? Oh yeah, why? Na me I na mu ni mebu am ni mu ho time. Me no we minua. But listen, any mebu o mo so na see a point in the street the show. What you say? And Newma Kwame Abronye ebetrawa within the NPP, all because one person in NPP or a political adversary to another events and contestant in T. Abrantie betraho was so paye diatem die na NPP mpenifo bi o muni se na omo hwe na na manamo aya de mo akwapa wasumie eniama ho eni enianso behavior na no wo ye no NPP were quiet. You were quiet. You guys were quiet. How dare you people? Now, I don't even know why it's a judge the man while granting the bill. I don't know. Simon, yen Ghana for na see ni brie muso. Ni kan ya adwene cham. No politics. So we Bruno Dieben chairman. Right ben awo. Wo abronye right ben awo so kwakujo. Where did it one of the finest police officer Dr. Wayne Christian Tete Yohunu right ben awo papa no ayo den the manner in which the NPP NDC you have abused the security services of this nation. You think it's not enough? How dare you people? Mo ye bodam. What's it? Ekonya mo sa party simienu, you have abused the security services of this nation. The police, the custom excise preventive or whatever they call them, immigration, fire service, and then the military. Now saying, now we saw my Indiana. Hey, my goodness. Now just say, muni pasa, abroye way. Baby, I don't want to reduce abroye to like something. Look at his face like something behind the toilet. I mean, some human beings like this. Now, the free range. He's not a journalist who because about shaping an opinion and about shaping a discourse or something. No. Or you're a politician. Your political party stand accused of all the crimes you people have caused against humanity. And we are quiet. We are watching your party MPP. And you got the nerves. What the job ever did the attempt? Mambo bottom. Muyare. Afutu be na mudi tu no eniamo eni enyanso nyoma na wo be di tira mo party ni mu mpedinfo no na mo hwe ni di. Meanwhile I know say our godfather sibu MPP mu obi omamtumi emi oma no saa na no bi helicopter issue ewura bi ni mrante bi so betra social media no so keka nse bi on pese omunya John Mahamati eda ho a nti omo pe na John Mahama ka ho a e na o hye a nche ye o makono. Can you imagine this? Wamukeka ansem new year ye chom ya de chi ana sa nkrofo na kọ former vice president Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia na ordinance ato mo so akwapa masomye mumra awawa tu. These are the crop of people who want to take you and I into leadership to serve. Sawo abronye won se woni megu ase despicably shameful. Won se woni megu ase. Won say any kind yeso pam adako bekwa akoto ne bema. Won say woni megu ase. Yeso hu odi pia yekugya. Won say mu odi ye boom. E man e kanfo duafro no. Fato aso ne ye kanfo wa cheche. Won say woni megu ase. You despicably shameful politician. You are so shameful. I don't want to rain words on you. But nyoma mo ye na enye fe o. Politicians are mo memu. Let's we Ghanaians be talking. Mama yang intina me kwaku me say mo parties way. Many obi ani asem o. I will come and sit here and speak my mind and dare you people to do things right. Now, you want to lord over us and insult us. I mean, I have my issues with a lot of men of God in this country, including Duncan Williams. But Duncan Williams, I do ask some corners. I mean, to the extent of say being prayed or so free could tatio, say all come see him, say cranty him. I don't know. What's a young cranty him and walk and young kusi him, Nemo wokutatio at the concro for Sakwe. What is this? Honey, all because we MPP ni. Na mebo, by virtue of becoming NDC or MPP means you are above the laws of this country. Is that the very can I say a benchmark? These two political parties move live there at all. So we NDC and MPP ni dia. You are above the law. Na so, why? We were right here in this country when the likes of Sami Jemfi, Ato Forsen, Collins Dowda, Sylvester Ayamena, Baker Vermawo, Victor Salome, Chachuchi Kata, Dr. Opuni, Dr. Stephen Opuni, and my own chairman, Alhaji Sedu Agongo. Why Alhaji Sedu and Agongo esa 20 dinswo? What happened to them? And many others face the full rigors of the law under Attorney General Godfrey Dame. Yante. Yante. Many of them, now listen, indeed, many of the above persons were severely ill. Some needed urgent medical care, yet they were still dragged through the judicial process without sympathy or relief. And you ask the question, or question remain, did Ghana bend when those following persons were being dragged before the law court? Did Ghana bend? I'm asking you, did Ghana bend? Did we scream over? Why not? Did Ghana bend? I'm asking the question. Did Ghana bend? Did we scream over? Why not? And why now? Why not? And why now? Sometimes near this I'm penny for a coin, not some penny for na no me den, no me nipa o, no me nipa. The laws of Ghana did not change. In fact, Ibrahim Adams na yedomuko gumu. Eyazana. What happened? Bibian say, and then Abanfo for Naba, Mumbai we ano say, hey, dede. Afenyo ma kenem ka ho dede guys mo monitor no call for na dede dede wo abronye di kra ye do ko kra 23rd mo ba be demonstration said den say the continuous detention of abron na mtede na mbetima mi do nyame ye be bri mo ma me street no so mo be busy keke na no ne de wutumi akoto na emema mpani emema pa Amuo parliament, the 9th parliament. Na munya masure yi mu mpabwa manantie fi parliament ebejira ha se muntin se miase to say dangerous reform na crutch. How can you reduce the so-called whatever politics to like a rag to mop the floor? Eye dam. Why? What crime has we committed? Say abrante ne ye nyoma sa no as a some penifo bi or party mu munya ne kasa kire say hey Kwame jaide wo ye no en say Kwame abronya kodi di IGP na any person bi important within your own party as a some munya asotwe epidima abrante say hey there be but enna mo politics e funa ese mo party ne nkwasiade na mudie ni nti obi peni bi enya nyanseni bi ani party mu a otumika say no, let's reprimand him. No, on top of it afi sade na kam wo ena mo amosa ba abontin so no de waka no de yenka ho ena mo ye de mo distance mo wie na de na ba afi mo akra na mo say ko gira street ni so enim guasefo despicable shameful people. Baby ameka chemu Ghana for say mo hwe bibi ye sa party na mo de mo akodondon me de meka chemu party no so mo de ade papa bi be brain a ebi ni GUTA for asama ye bekan. Why? Obi anim say mra no eda ho Ghana penifo nya ready say wo mema mra na ye adwuma no cause yasem nko na mo de mra ni die. Meanwhile we make the law, we are the law, not your minister. And amunim we Ghanaians, we are the law. Ode Kwame abronye de no me de besia, but I believe say o mayi no a on one kasa we hu ni smoothness level na fi dan kwama bi no oba obehwe minimum afutuo kwama de be ma no mo amasema mu betu no fo anu mu tu no fo mu ntu no fo nso a oye o pim bi na ekowiese oye na ekwere oye na ekowiese whoever who to talk microphones na we build this studio de man and Chenya the bonnet so. But so who build this studio ni the man so on me this idea. Uni ni bow your head in shame. When you make guase, moya ni guase for. Well, when you say, oh, is that now handcuff? Me person me you know oh na handcuff gun say oh just we bema be nya handcuff na gun say na ye den unwu ani ma say unwu ni wabusen na ani mu ase at least ye bibia ye nya ye betinya be ka bia ma so no how adana mu de handcuff gun say or ye Ghana ni wo kana dwene or person shape discourse or person shape opinion or person Ghana mpirifo sorry including so be take on one party cry on and right no we are manasa who could the whole IGP penny who could did natem IGP why are they when some mudi ya my dem wetitia all the institutions were Ghana and then make say ah hwede ekoso and then your NPP there be GBA and your NDC GBA, you shameful, despicable politicians. Your Ghana Bar Association belonging to NPP. Yes, also a Ghana Bar Association belonging to what? NDC, stupidity and foolishness of the highest order. How dare you people? Wasting our years and time. Look, the Ghana Bar Association, one more upper west. Go and see the political drama. The political drama going on. All because of what? Why? Who has forced you people to embrace democracy? I'm asking. I've already told you people, democracy is not for the African. You guys better change the status quo. And your man here. Why you people worrying yourselves so that much? Why are you embracing all this hustle and bustle? What is it for? And all of this what? Political symbol on our ears. I will end here with our bronye. GB and down. GB Ghana Bar Association. And then watch him, you say, NDC MPP Ghana Bar Association. In the days of the AFRC, that was when? In the days of what? AFRC, the Armed Forces Revolutionary Council. In the days of the National what? Redemption Council. In the days of what? The Supreme Military Council 1 and 2. And many more. Where the Ghana Bar Association was at its peak of what? Of performance. And yeah, no. And then what? Woman so embrace democracy, no. And then woman so my embrace kabimemi kabio said then what? As I said, Ghana Bar Association a function no. And watch him you say, but of course why? A move better so because Nyanse ni ho. When you train the leftists, the right, the rightists and the leftists, no more check. As if said, let me show with him. So when I'm more it has become one of a useless, toothless kind of, and they are fighting among themselves. As if, let's leave them. Guys, before we join officials of GUTA, we begin with a story of a self-styled Ghanaian blogger who was arrested last week by the police, detained for several days, and has now been released. Tonight, he is not just out of custody, but he is on his knees pleading for survival and seeking for forgiveness from those he has wronged. Friday, me bo tape bichiramo. Ghana niya ononso akwako jina. He is at the defense of the Nigerians against Ghanaians. He even took my video, came, insulted me, and did all that. And I said, that's up to you. I'll get you. But sometime last week, he was arrested. When he was arrested, he was detained for several days. Now today, he's out there begging for those who caused the arrest, and he's begging for mercy. But what I do know is that in the coming days, they will process him to court. And whatever happens, that's up to him. Who is this guy? Take a listen to him.
So I was detained, and I penned down my statement, and everything happened. What I would say, ladies and gentlemen, what I would say on my platform right now is that on my platform, I don't endorse abusive words. I don't endorse tribalistic. I don't endorse evil. I don't endorse abusive words on each other. We don't do tribalist here. We speak the fact, and we also do odd. We promote peace and unity in our platform. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was how I was arrested and detained till the next day, which is Friday. I was released Friday evening around 6 o'clock, around 5 o'clock, going that way. I want to use this medium, this opportunity, this platform to apologize to Ghana Boy for using his picture for using his picture and also speaking about him going to the king's place. That is just by the way, that is me. We are all into the same business. Me and Ghana Boy, we are all into the same business. We normally use other people's picture, people's image to do our blogging, our videos. But if by the way that I have used his image and I have gone wrong against him, Ghana Boy and his team, I'm seriously sorry. I've done wrong, I've erred. That's just by the way. Let's go like this, ladies and gentlemen. The President of the Republic of Ghana made it clear.
Well, I've tried to plead on his behalf, but those in charge will not listen. So whatever it is, this is Barrister what Akpeto or whatever, I guess so. Meanwhile, in South Africa, tensions are high. Some communities and anti-migrant groups have signaled they are ready to push out foreigners who are not in good standing or who violate local laws, dynamic that has fueled recent enforcement operations and violent anti-immigration actions. Now, as in the was South Africa was a woman say, "Omo foreigner being in borders nimu embe ye nioma basa no ubi abe room no Jack omo di DSU super copy wanim na ebe room a South Africans ni behind them air pounds on them." Take a listen to this.
Come here, friend. Come here. Two of you. Come here. I want to ask you questions, and I need answers. All right. Yeah. Why are you here in our country? Why are you in our country?
We come from that side. We have a lot of political issues.
Okay. Which country are you coming from?
From Ethiopia.
Okay. You left your country because of there's wars, there's anything. Yes. Are you refugees?
Yes.
What does the Refugee Act say when it comes to migration?
Shut up!
What does it say? The reason why we are doing this, we want you guys to understand why we are doing this in our country. And we are helping you so that you can go back and fight your country's laws and fight for your freedom. So we fought for this country. You were not present when some of our brothers were dying. There were bloodshed happening here. Do you know about it? People were banned. A lot of things were happening. You were in your country, relax. While we fighting, we're now in our democratic dispensation where we should enjoy it. You come, you intervene, you take over what belongs to us. I'm going back to the same question. You said you are refugees. What does the Refugee Act say when it comes to migration?
The refugee give us paper when you come here to this country. When you give us camp, we have tried to survive our food. You understand? We are not coming to take over your country or what. We are trying to survive our food because we are not doing crimes. We are not selling drugs. We are not stealing. We are trying to get for our food. You understand me? And our families there is no work. You understand me? Is a problem. Okay. So we have to try to get something.
I understand what you are saying. You're trying to get food from another country because you are refugees. Obviously, we should have refugee camps in our country. The Refugee Act says you must migrate to a nearest country. You coming from Ethiopia. Which is your nearest country in Ethiopia? Kenya. Why didn't you go to Kenya?
Kenya was this problem.
Whoa. You stop it from there. It doesn't matter. That's not our problem. There's so many countries next to Ethiopia. Besides Kenya, what is another nearest country?
It's Somalia.
It's Somalia. So why didn't you go to Somalia? Look, my friend, I want to. No,
are starting to be dangerous.
Yeah, look,
no, are starting to be dangerous. This guy, they have guns. No,
Commander,
that's all that one of you can.
Commander, the Refugee Act says when you migrate right that is in the convention of 1951. It said you migrate in your nearest country. You mentioned Kenya, you mentioned Somalia. Why are you coming in South Africa? Because South Africa is far from where your nearest country is. It is.
South Africa is free country.
Look, no. Yeah. You know why you are in South Africa? You're taking chances because of our country's lawlessness. Our country is not governed properly. Now we are telling you that you need to go back to your countries and fix your countries and fight for what you're fighting for. You come here, you're carrying the guns, it comes to an end. Another thing I want to tell you guys, you are not permitted to own spaza shops. In terms of Immigration Act number 13 of 2002, section 15 and section 19, it simply says spaza shops, selling of veggies, it only reserved for South African. What permits you to own the spaza shop? You can't. You can't. You must know from today. You need to leave, brother. The time is over for you. We have heard enough about you. You were carrying guns here. And in most of cases, what I've heard, nationally, there was one of your guys who was saying that you guys, you're going to bring more illegal foreigners in our country and then you're going to own our businesses by force. Failure to do so, you're going to fight. So it's not going to happen here. We're going to die. We are prepared to die for this country. Because we fought for this country. We didn't fight for you to come and do as you please. You're threatening our children. Today, look, we know what you are doing with your country. With our country. You're selling drugs in your countries. You know, in those spaza shops. We know very well. You're sleeping with our children purposely to give them pregnancy so that you can have citizenship here. It must come to an end. You guys must understand. Go back and fight your laws. Go back and fight for your freedom. We don't care what is happening in your country. We've got our own issues here.
We appreciate that.
You need to go. You need to go.
We accept instruction.
Because you don't even know the immigration.
Sure.
You don't even know the Refugee Act.
I appreciate serious, but no one tell us this way. You see the way you are.
You know why? You know why? Because you know that South Africa is lawlessness. That is why you don't even want to read our laws. You don't read our laws because some of your friends tell you that it's easy to be in South Africa. So, brothers, it's about time.
Thank you, serious.
This is our freedom we fought for. You see those kids? We're fighting for them now. Not for you, for your kids. Because you're busy dating our children, you give them that poisonous food, killing our young stars.
Pregnant them.
Yeah? Pregnant them just like that so that you can have a citizenship you can own. We are watching you. Operation
I can feel the spirited South African. You come to a country with drugs. You come to a country, drugs. You kill our children. That's the spirit of the South African. And they believe that, hey, we owe to ourselves one nation called South Africa. But of course, tonight we are staying a while longer in South Africa, still in South Africa. Reports have emerged of a Nigerian man who married a South African woman for 15 years. Only to suddenly do what? Disappear. According to locals, such cases are not isolated. Many believe this has long been a tactics used by some Nigerians to secure documents and legal status in the country. Now, video Mbebacho is South Africa. Now, South Africans in the says, yeah, Nigerians now imagine say, Womuba, no money or mana, abe worry. We are no in your papers. Pabam no medraniko. Nigeria near South Africa worry will be 15 solid years. And fear saying Eduasa saying Numo or worry me out in what can we what to him, Yarina you. But as Samatono, Assemble and Atono, take a lesson. Watch this carefully.
What is the problem? Where come, my friend? Come. Come outside with this your wife. Come.
What is the problem?
What's problem? Come, I'll tell you.
There's no problem, come out.
There's no problem, come.
My hand is
no problem, come. Sissy was?
Sissy.
What is this? How are you, my friend?
My hand is
no problem, how are you? Yeah. I'm Sihle Sibisi.
Yeah.
I'm from a show called Fake Marriage, Moja Love 157. Are you married in this country?
Yes.
Who is your wife?
This is my wife.
What's her name?
Tandaza.
Mtandaza?
Yes. Maseko. Yes.
Sissy, you wrote to us.
Yes.
You said you want our help. Please tell your husband what you want.
You know, I've thinking for divorce.
Yes.
Yes.
Talk to her.
Now I wrote to Mochala fake marriage so that they can help for divorce. This is how we are going to do it.
We
stop
see
fighting.
each other. We talk to each other.
You see each other with her?
To each other.
You see with each other?
Yes.
When was the last time you saw her?
He never told me.
When was the last time you saw her?
We saw like 4 months ago.
When 4 months ago.
She never listen.
Whoa.
She never told me. I refuse.
Don't lie.
Yo, it's been 15 years.
15 years ago.
15 years.
You married her, you ran away.
When last time?
No.
Stop lying. It's 15 years.
No.
So you married her 15 years ago.
She never asked me, want to see me before. I refused.
It was when.
She never.
Was when. Was when. Rabbi, we are busy talking from last month. I'm asking you, I want to divorce. And you
yes, did I refuse?
Yes.
Talk to her.
Yeah?
Did I refuse?
It's 15 years now. You didn't.
But did I refuse?
So why are you fighting now?
But why are you calling people?
Why are you fighting if you are not refusing? So you are not supposed to fight.
Why you are calling people?
Because I'm scared, because you can run away again. 15 years from now.
So you married him 15 years ago.
15 years ago.
Listen.
So 15 years ago. What's the past?
He's
Don't trust him. So you don't trust him.
It's a family problem.
It's a family problem.
It's a family problem.
Which do you know my mom?
Is in the court. We're supposed to talk.
Which court is in the court? You're supposed to court it.
Which court?
We're supposed to talk in the court.
Which court? In which affect a marriage?
I asked her, let's stay together. She refused.
She said the last time you see you 15 years
She
ago.
refused.
15
She
years.
told me she got another man.
My friend, she said the last time she saw you was 15 years ago.
So even now you can run.
Problem.
Her problem, she wants divorce now.
Did I refuse?
No care, no problem. We are going to go divorce.
But the way he's doing it is not supposed.
Yes, because she ran away 15 years. That's why she do like this.
You tell them I run away.
I told them.
Me run away.
Hey, 15 years I never see you.
What if you want to see me? I refuse.
You see. Yes.
Have you want to see me before I refuse?
When? Because 15 years
travel.
ago.
Last time you saw him was 15 years ago.
Listen.
He's saying he's traveling.
Listen.
So now you cannot travel again.
Listen.
You will not travel again.
Answer your wife.
I traveled to Malaysia.
Answer your wife.
I traveled. Listen.
How can you travel and leave your wife?
No.
Yeah, you from your wife.
If so you say it's family problem.
If it's how you plan, you gonna lose.
Lose what?
Because I never fight you before.
Even now you are fighting, so stop fighting.
I never fight her
Let's
before.
go to it.
My friend, we are going for divorce.
Let's go.
I never refused.
Yes, but you are refusing because you are fighting, so we are going to do it.
She's not the one who give me a permit.
Who gives me the permit?
I have my permit before I marry her.
So why did I do this with you?
I have my ID
so
to marry her.
Uh-huh.
So we didn't marry. She did not give me
ID. Okay, no problem. Wait.
She's not helping me. She's not helping me. I'm the one helping her.
Wait, you're helping her.
Yes.
How
helping me?
She called me for money. I sent her.
How much?
She called me for money. I sent her.
What kind of babies? Before him, after him, if you like on, I travel.
How many years ago?
You're not the one helping me.
Yeah, I'm helping you with what?
You did not give me ID.
So why am you using your same name?
I got a citizen.
So why am you using your same name? Why am you using your same name? Why am using your same name?
Let's solve it.
Yes.
Wait, let's solve it.
Yes.
So why is she using your surname?
Please answer me.
Because I married her at last.
Now?
But
so
she's not the one giving me my ID.
No, not about that. She wants divorce.
She
wants divorce.
Before.
Divorce. She wants divorce.
And the one always call her.
I don't care. She wants divorce. What's his surname? She's tired of being Mrs. Onyemao.
Look at it.
No, I don't want to look at it again. Let me see.
I'm always prepared for her.
You're always prepared.
I never run away for her.
Let me see.
I never run away.
Let me see.
I never run away. I never run away.
Wait. Listen. See this your marriage certificate, huh?
Yes.
It's written on Yamao Pedilis Odwawa Kuchukutua. That's your name, Abi.
Yes.
Wait. Your wife's name, Maseko Ketudnom Tandazo.
Yes.
She wants divorce now.
I said you know before.
Yes, so we go now for divorce.
Have I told you no before?
Let's go, even though you didn't.
Guys, Owaye Shepao, married You married. I hear deadly. The guy married this woman, 100 rand, South African currency. Then he ran away. Nigerians, are you watching how you guys have been embarrassed? Many parts of the African region. This is South Africa. Still in South Africa, mounting tensions have given rise to fresh demonstrations, with many South Africans vowing to see Nigerians deported and sent back home. Fresh demonstrations be unity in South Africa. Oma say me as you know, Nigerians and say mom yedin ifi kronum. Saying on one mounted demonstration way. Watch this, guys.
Go. Whether you like it or not, you are going to go. Nigerians, will you please go to Nigeria? Zimbabweans, will you please go to Zimbabwe? Maputo must go to Maputoans. We are hurtful in our South Africa. Our South Africa is rotting because of Nigerians giving our children drugs. We are sick and tired.
It does appear essentially the global world is really boiling. Just say every country is now looking forward to say, let's deport, foreigners, people who are not nationals. Everybody go back to your home base. But even with Nigerians, I'm surprised at Nigerians, the fact that the whole of Africa, you are the biggest, nation within, running 36 states. 36 states, I repeat, 36 states. It begs the question, why Nigerians still cannot, will not, and may not find safe haven in their 36 states. I'm surprised. I need a Nigerian to sit with me to tell me, Kweku, the reason why we cannot find, safe haven within this 36 states is because of this, that. Because it beats my mind. It's continued to beat me down there. I don't seem to get it. What is the issue? What is wrong with Nigerians with a continuous flooding all over, not only in Ghana, all over the world? What is happening there? Have you Nigerians seen some kakaibi? Are you being threatened by what? What is it? Can a Nigerian speak to me? Can I have any Nigerian bold enough to come speak to me and say, Kweku, the reason is this? I don't know. Folks, I have to go for a short break and Meba. We join GUTA President Joseph Obeng. Then he'll walk us through the law. What does the law say? I don't know. He's going to walk out. We have a couple of questions for him to answer. And then we know what the law says. Folks, tonight, those of you who want to join us online, you can't get us on my CTVGH. No, you will get us on the Frontline Ghana. So whoever, anybody who wants to join the show online, go to the Frontline Ghana, and then you are cool to go. All right. Many of you are struggling, but I don't know until you have to watch the screen, so I have to announce for you to join it. So if you're not watching on your television and you want online, go to the Frontline Ghana, and then you are cool to go. Folks, we call for a short break. When I'm back, Joseph Obeng, of course, President, Ghana Union of Traders Association, joins me shortly. I'll be right back. Great, guys. Welcome back to Ghana Speaks Extension. Of course, tonight we speak to, or we engage, the president of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, Mr. Joseph Obeng, on the rising tension over who truly has the right to own and operate shops, supermarkets, and retail business in Ghana. I'm going to speak to him shortly. But before I do so, let me greet Evangelist Samuel Akwe. Yes, this is Konfu. I wish you speedily recovery. I know you are still recovering, and please recover, and then you will come and complete the series now. Only a Beshasi and Bibri ABC. But as it were, Reverend Akwe Ntiapo Kakranti or Yen Wedru Kakra na Oni Babe Dim Komo. Nyankopon Zia Duma, this coming Wednesday, Friday, Dr. Alhaji Hassan Ayarga joins the Frontline on another explosive. Many things in the pipeline. Tonight, we are to speak to GUTA president to tell us, among this, whatever the brouhaha, who truly owns or must run the Ghanaian shops and so forth. Mr. Obeng, Joseph Obeng, President GUTA, welcome to the Frontline, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Great. Now, for the purpose of, we want to, let our, brothers and sisters in Nigeria or even here to understand the laws and know the fundamental aspect of the operational laws. We'll be speaking both English and Cree. Is that okay with you?
It's okay, sir.
Good one. So, first of all, let me ask you this question, that recently, Ghana has witnessed rising tensions around the installation of an Igbo king and broader debates about the role of foreigners in local commerce. How does GUTA interpret these developments?
Oh, so it is very simple. We are in a global village where people can move around different countries. But why is it possible that we are able to travel to each other's country? The underlying principle is to obey the laws of those countries. If you abide by those laws, then of course you are accommodated also. And so that's the principle that we all have to use. Ensure that, nations are governed with laws. To ensure peace, tranquility, and orderliness. If you have laws and you do not monitor and enforce them, then it brings disorderliness such as the ones that we are talking about, that anybody saying that he can come to your country and do whatever he deems fit to do, whether he's doing that to impede on the laws of the country or not. So it's very important that we use laws to define these things. Now America is repatriating a lot of people.
Exactly.
What? They are saying illegal migrants. Because they are not abiding by certain rules, or the way they used to penetrate that country is not lawful. And America is doing that. America is supposed to be a free world. That respects human rights and all that. But if America is doing this, look at the trade war that is going on everywhere. And it's also allowed, because restrictive measures is also allowed, that your country is not be overtaken by events. Well, Baku, I believe you've gone to China before. When you enter China, the moment you leave your aircraft and you descend down, you see that you've lost all your communication.
Exactly.
You can't get WhatsApp, you can't get YouTube, you can't get Instagram, Facebook, and all that. Because they are protecting their local communication industry, communication industries. And that's why when you get there, you have to apply for the WeChat. Without WeChat, you cannot transact any business, because you cannot be able to communicate with your suppliers. And that's what. Why is it allowed in China? Why is it allowed in America, and it's not even allowed in a nation, also a sovereign nation like Ghana? And that's why we shouldn't shy when we are enforcing our laws. Even the Continental Free Trade Area, the African Continental Free Trade Area, and then the ECOWAS Protocol itself allows some kind of restrictive measures to protect some of their products, especially those that they have comparative advantage, and to promote and make it successful in their respective country. African Continental Free Trade Area allows 10% of restrictive products of your item list that you want to protect. ECOWAS protocol also, if you know ECOWAS trade liberalization scheme, also allows us, and Nigeria has taken advantage and restricted 43 of their products that member states from West Africa cannot send to their country.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You are saying that Nigerians have restricted how many? 43.
43
of their products.
Exactly.
That we can send these products into their markets, correct?
None of the ECOWAS member states can send, because it's part of their restrictive items that they don't want.
And that is strictly limited to that of Nigerians, correct?
Exactly.
So why that Nigerians want to enforce this and Nigerians do not want Ghanaians to either enforce our laws?
Okay, so that's where the difficulty is when it comes to how our leaders, authorities take this, our investment laws. Sometimes it becomes very worrying. To the point that I ask whether the law is relevant. I ask the authorities. When I ask them, they also say that the laws is indeed relevant. Then we ask, why is it that we are not enforcing the laws? Then they don't have anything to tell you. So then one is supposed to tell them that, then why don't you prescribe it from our laws? So if the laws is not there, then nobody in Abusukan is going to enforce the law for you, because enshrined in the Constitution is that we are to make the laws of the country also work. So if the citizens take the laws into their hands and make sure that we are enforcing upon the laws, then who is going to blame us and even impugn xenophobia or other trends? Because the laws are there, clear, and the authorities that are mandated to make these laws work are not doing their work. Our job as traders is to go to the shops and trade and get some money for our families. Our job is not to go enforce laws. There are law enforcement agencies and then authorities that are mandated in this particular regard of the investment laws. We have the Attorney General involved. We have the Ministry of Interior involved. We have GIPC itself. We have Ministry of Trade. And we have Ministry of Foreign Affairs. All of these agencies, all of these institutions are directly involved in monitoring this act. Now, let me come. I heard a South African guy trying to quote their laws that restrict foreigners from trading in their country.
Exactly.
This are bounced in every country. This thing is everywhere, including Ghana. And so it is not anything shameful for somebody to say that. And mostly Ghanaians, Ghanaians are
hospitable. We are hospitable people.
And Ghanaians are accommodating.
Exactly.
And all that doesn't mean we don't have to use our laws.
I see.
And that's what is very irritating. Now let me go to the law. And to make it so simple for everybody to understand.
So then, wait a minute. So then I'm asking you this direct question, I'm sure, which you are going to zero down there. GUTA has consistently raised concerns about foreign involvement in retail trading. Can you explain how this affects Ghanaian traders at the grassroots level? Many Ghanaians see Nigerian traders, particularly Igbo business owners, as competitors. From your perspective, are the challenges mainly about competition or compliance with Ghana's trade laws? Could you provide, explain in details, where do we get crossed?
So it is not about competition. Even we have been able to compete with the bigger countries who come from China and all that, Turkey and all that, who come here with less cost of capital. They assess capital of about 2%.
Okay.
And they are here. And we are doing our best to compete with them. So we are never afraid of competition. We are talking about law.
So the competition is not an area of dwell. It's not an area of concern, correct?
No.
Okay.
It's a big area, but I don't want to go to that area where our own Ghanaians will say that our prices are high. I'm saying that even with all the competition, the serious competition out there, we are able to do our best.
I see.
And that we are also able to even do our best to price the same way these people are pricing. And so, I want to say also that the issue here is not about pricing. The issue here is not about the competition in the first place.
I see.
The issue here is about the law.
I see. What does the law say?
That restricts a place for us. That restricts a space. It gives us a clear space for us to trade without a foreigner.
I see.
That law, if the law is conformed to, and the foreigner do what it is, then we don't have any problem. The foreigner then, if it is Father Christmas and all that, come sell his goods for free. We don't care. But we say that we have to abide by the law. And that's what we are calling for. Now, if I have to explain where the activities that is preserved
exactly
for Ghanaians.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Then Ghanaians should listen and know their rights. And so henceforth, they will also fight. It's not only for traders. It's a vast area of interest for most people.
All right, walk us through
there. The first one is that the sale of goods or provisions, the sale of goods or provision of services in a market, petty trading or hawking, or selling of goods in stores at any place. So what this law is saying that as for the market, our market, what is defined by the local authorities as a market and all that, like a Mankasim market, a Makola market, Opera Square market,
Malam market,
Malam, and all that. That one is a no-go area at all
for foreigners.
For foreigners to come into that space.
Wow.
They are not allowed to come there at all.
Wow.
Then I've told you the law is in twofold, so I'll come to the second one so that you understand. And then the operation of when they talk about the stores, the store. You know, we have store and then we have store. Store is a much bigger space than the store.
Yeah.
Store is like kiosks, the containers, and all that.
Yeah.
As for the store, they said that the store goes beyond the marketplace, any place in the country. Where these stores, kiosks, and hawking, any place in the country you cannot do that as a foreigner.
Anywhere in the country.
Yes.
I see.
In a store, there is selling of goods in a store at any place. Under the first one, he confined it the trading or hawking at a marketplace. And this one, petty trading or hawking or selling of goods in a store at any place. So you cannot hawk like these days. You see that the Turkey people, the Turkey and the Egyptians, they bring some Turkey around their houses, and then they will have some cooking utensils.
Exactly.
Like, you know, this is the business that our mothers were doing. If you remember, our mothers will buy cooking utensils and maybe clothes, and then they go to houses. And then they have some book. And they give it to you on credit and they come. Now, it's the foreigner that is doing that.
Exactly. I recall this. So the law prohibits all this.
The law prohibits, that's why there is a no-go area. I want you to know where there is a go area. So that's why I say it's a twofold. So the second one is the operation of taxi or car hiring service in an enterprise that has a fleet of less than 25 vehicles. Then if you have less than 25 vehicles, so if a foreigner can come into hiring of cars and Thursday operation, then the foreigners should bring 25 vehicles before they can come into this area. So to come and drive Uber, to come and do this Thursday, to come and do hiring services. So if you see any foreigner in this area, he is flouting the laws of the country.
Oh,
so I want people to
wait, Mr. Obi. Yeah. So, like a Nigerian, South African, Kenyan can't run or do Uber both services or something.
Let's add Chinese
and Chinese.
They are all foreigners.
Yes. Are you saying they can't operate Uber or some sort both and all of those things? Is that what you're saying?
They can't operate it unless they have a fleet of 25 vehicles.
Oh, I see. Wow.
What the car no maku 25
abansana.
GRPC bet me register.
And yes, sir, only who can so or run it.
Not at all.
Okay, what about says maybe a gun in it, na se me run services na ma fa Nigerians so mo drive a car no and so
no, so we employ a foreigner.
Sure.
Or no, you will rules. So a foreigner no a resident permit. And so a work permit. And so we could GUTA a free GIPC. If you're employing a foreigner no, and don't easy how.
I see.
If the person is not qualified in the first place.
Wow.
You understand? You see, a human economy.
Yeah.
It is human kakra a bit me look at a bit me a year. And no investment. Is also drive foreign direct investors. Do you drive them to these spaces? No.
No.
It's one more draft this one. Oh my idea. Oh my penny dollars. 1994. Sometimes fight Ukraine Yamayo.
1994.
1994, no man penny Rollins and then a pump for France. What would you share investment loan? No. Sometimes me and call what that eco companies will be in the market. And so they can foresee.
They one more forecast said this day was in the making. Wow.
Exactly.
Wow.
And year 2000, and a call, we went to the trade minister at that time. Foreigners have started taking over our market by way of offering higher amount to the landlords. And we saw so many foreigners overtaking us, and the local shops were being taken away from them. It was very scary. So we went to our sector minister, the trade minister then was Dan Abodapi.
Yes.
When we complained to him, he said that, but this thing that we are talking about, I think we have a law in that regard. So Dan Abodapi is the first person who let us know, who said this. And so he let GRPC brought this law, and we're all very happy.
And he was also a member of the PNDC government then, if you recall.
Exactly. So he knew of this law.
Exactly.
And then so that's why we have this. So the law is very good for us. It creates a space for the locals to also be able to put their capital to venture into bigger manufacturing entities. But then, if the foreigners come into trading retail space, then how can we build our capacity to venture into manufacturing? Then they kill us from birth. And then the third one, operation of a beauty salon or a barber shop.
Salon.
So, they have nobody has the right to go to salon. That one they do not even give a ceiling. So they say salon, you cannot go there, and barbering shop. You cannot own a salon shop or
a barbering shop.
Wow. And then the printing of recharge scratch cards for the use of telecommunication service. It's the printing industry, no?
Yes.
They also reserved it for solely the Ghanaian. And then that's a no-go area. All these things that I'm talking about is an all no-go area. The production of exercise books. Kwaku, listen to this. The production of exercise books and other basic stationaries. When we were growing up from Kumasi, Accra, and elsewhere, you saw that an industry that was booming was the printing press.
Exactly. Yes, printing press. Malata, Newtown. Oko Newtown. Yes. Say, me who say to many biome. Miss Obey, if I war,
the Chinese have overtaken that business.
Jesus Christ.
So, now even they are getting profit when we are bereaved. But those the obituaries on our walls, most of them, these people are printing for it. And I'm telling you, it is very bad. You mean printing press. First, you see this Mr. Yabua and all that. So many people who are doing this printing press and all that. Where are they? They are all gone because they cannot compete with these people who source their capital at probably 2% and you source yours at 30%. They have access to the raw materials from the manufacturers. They are manufacturers' representatives, and they bring this. So, and there are no competition laws in the country. So, how do you survive? They kill it.
Hey.
And then
what?
Yes. You go around. You are a journalist. Now you go to Dabaka, you go to Malata, you go to Asafo Doom, where these companies used to abound, Takrade and all that. The printing press industry is gone to the foreigner also.
Ms. Obeng, there's some one or two questions I want to ask you. Now, are you, first of all, under the Fourth Republic, between these two parties, aren't our trade ministers and the GIPC officials aware of these laws, and therefore they must stand firm and use these laws to protect the indigenous Ghanaian business entrepreneurs into all of these areas? What is it that...
I'll come to that when I finish the first part.
Okay.
So they put, I've mentioned, these areas are all no-go areas. You don't have the right to go to these areas. Then the retail of finished pharmaceutical products. In Rayatono, and Nundi Awako, any Mutapaka, retail, and there, pharmaceutical,
and yet a no-go area for foreigners.
The retail of finished pharmaceutical products. It will be a free in the Abba, anyone can. You can retail these things. Which will be what will be a chemist, Kitwebu baby, or your pharmacy, Kitwebu baby. Unless at the because we normally retail unless any panel big manufacturing or a depot, and I say wholesale Kasibi and Sana, it can be allowed. Then production and supply of sachet water. Production, supply, and retail. Production, supply. It is supply, no? Who wholesale crown a supply. It is supplying production. So we factory now we produce. So we supply as a word depot now supply soon. And the retail of sachet water. The pattern there. It's also a no-go area. No foreigner can go there at all. One day, one the factory nuclear can production, supply, and retail of sachet water.
Wow.
And all aspects of betting business.
Betting,
and
okay.
Betting and lotteries, except football, pools. And all. Sebia will be a lotto, biwaha, no lotto, or a lotto and betting a business piano, and also is not allowed. This is the investment law that it restricts foreigners from going there, and it's a no-go area for any foreigner. Then they gave an opening. Then they said that a person who is not a citizen may engage in enterprise not less than $1 million in cash or in goods.
I see.
So a person, they are given window of opportunity for trading.
Okay.
And then I'll come and define what trading is so that you understand. So having circled this area for us, they are now giving opportunity. A person who is not a citizen may engage in a trading enterprise if that person invests in the enterprise not less than $1 million in cash or in goods and services relevant to the investment laws. And depending on the goods the person is selling, that is relevant to the investment law.
I see.
They shall also employ at least 20 skilled Ghanaians.
Ghanaians, okay.
20 skilled Ghanaians is not just ordinary casual labor. There's when you say skilled labor, then you are talking about maybe the marketing officers,
exactly,
the skilled, officers,
supervisors,
lawyers, the accountants, supervisors, and those skilled areas.
Yeah.
So then you know where they want to drive trading to. Maybe the bigger supermarket structure of
I see.
For the purpose of this session, trading includes the purchasing and selling of imported goods and services. So any person who brings in imported goods and services, that is what trading defines. So importing of and selling of imported goods.
I see.
And then you see that some people will say that, okay, we are married to Ghanaians. And so they say that those people, there's some kind of window for those people, those married to Ghanaians, should be married over 5 years and above.
Okay.
And the person should hold indefinite resident permit.
I see.
Even that is not easy for them. You have to have an indefinite resident permit and hold the person, and before they can register such company, and they are saying that the marriage should be duly verified as having been conducted legally. You understand?
Yeah.
But hano na medina na maka ade ba ko say ye ma no edute bia na enka ye opportunity kra ma wo mo.
Exactly.
Enka woni akono begwa no wɔbɛtu no bo ase ne po anyene ne ketee ne ya sankrata bi ne nipa no egya no hɔ kora wɔn sɛ maame bi akɔso obi mu wɔ South Africa wɔ sɛ
exactly saa ɔso ato wiem
aha so saa wɔn mu dwani gya wɔn da bia
saa
ɛkɛmɛ kpɔ company bi a wɔpie ne do Ghana ha wɔware ne yere wini bani awuraba bi a wɔdwani gya no and come catch and come nipa you know company in so nya sama maker enti wo mu dwani ja wo mu tie ma no ya na se wonka opportunities e kura beto na so a e na se nipa no de nadwuma abechew
exactly
so wo mu betipi wo mu ho na wo mu kodi wo mu nim ko saa ni e cha wo mu last minute na wo mu essence wo mu anyene aware ni ye no eti me ni ma mu ti a especially wo mu use wo mu sese no mo take advantage na mo nye de asa mu ye na mo tim na ne ma mo hu se mo wo ensa ewom wo ma mo shares ewom na ne so bi obi abe use mo. I know the minimum say yet they are will be back up
exactly.
Anything one man with the they should be very wary of these people that they jump into them because now they are wild to just have any Ghanaian and then cheat. So you become prey to these people. They will feed on you and then later they will dump you. So make things very illegal and make sure that those people have their resident permit indefinite. You ask those questions, legitimate questions, and then you can give yourself up if only you have you are comfortable with such person. Of course, these things it happens everywhere. We can just go and marry at other countries, and you cannot take it away from Ghana also. But do the right thing and have the needed benefit rather than you being used. See, you be used with the example.
Yeah.
And if you're not sabi why you're home.
Why you no form dodo? Why you form?
Exactly. This is what the law is. What can I say? Ministers, and Abaya by Chamuno, Ghana, or
exactly.
Because red Munyan for than I would have paid the years it is. Yeah, and I say, I say, what the what demonstration home, we use this law, who go to Nungika, who no almost started some the Edma, not a diplomatic pressure, Chinese, ambassadors, anyway, near from now so. Those pressures, now at table, really, Ghanaians are also in this country. If we enforce our laws, they will also sack our people. No.
Hey, what did that diplomatic in Omode Emmanuel way?
Exactly. Wow. And Debiano, Emma Womunya and Wade, Womude Beya, Adia, and some Beya Magana for Adia, other countries, and so AJB. Yaku, the 2013 your company run Munyan for your mama no war president or president 2013 or that time now a rare when Munyan for a Hanatete what another
trade minister. Yeah.
That's after you did not good come here. If you do so near a ye at your core ministry or a quite was supposed to be a back there, and the piano person a copper colana a cantamanto, Macolane, more areas in the Cosadia. You do children's hospital side of a cantamanto, China we was say, hey, a higher China, another higher Ghana.
Really?
And I said, China. It was shared you can see near other areas and the Bayana, your call, Dodua, was five stakeholders in the we have to enhance upon the law. At that time, before say Hannah, you honorable Hannah Tete, now you employ a threshold to be $300,000 US. Yeah, you better initial Dana put a pretty train. It's 300,000 your muscle. And you call $1 million US. And employment and also 10 skilled Ghanaians. Or no, so they call 20. Embrano, Ewoho, ABC Sabri. It's Brandon, you will be a too. Club, president, your president, and now walk up or buy your Bonaparte was enhanced loan by your friend to say, Waba, Embrano, so engagement. Now, Yentimi. So also papa you know and you didn't run no year juma and can go yesterday Ghana for Edinburgh Ashomunsa and say one more copama who no although a pasapana it's here or mano any munyam
exactly
one family year juma my citizens is the airport of South Africa woman so also upon say woman who say womukro na airport woman brand year juma papa na gaba
sano kai
South Africa for near Mamma ye. Well, yeah, what say Ghana over that go for the two more days. Yes, or more are you frustrated? It is a brother, what the year Juma. Now, would the year Juma want to transfer because, Nigeria for one of our near to shops in Nungika, what they call ECOWAS court.
Woman Nigerians, they call ECOWAS court.
So we're right. So also, ever heavy, do a Buddha BBR.
I see.
What would you call your Lucy?
Oh, one will lose your case, you know.
Oh, yeah, one Lucy, court.
I see.
Ghana has a sovereign country. ECOWAS protocol is there. The ECOWAS protocol, no air can say any continental free trade area, no air can. What is telling us that we should do business together without any hindrances.
That's what it says. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
but they are countenancing on it, say it gives them free access to all goods and services and right to do anything.
Let me explain it for you. You understand? So I've already told you that this ECOWAS protocol and then the African Continental Free Trade Area give us every country opportunity to restrict some areas. I've already told you.
Yeah.
And then the underlying principle of these two protocols is for us to industrialize.
I see.
Us to industrialize. So the trading that we are doing should be that should conform to the rules of origin.
Yeah.
The rules of origin means that we should trade in the goods that are produced in our respective countries.
Mm-hmm.
And only the underlying principle of the Continental Free Trade Area and then the ECOWAS protocol.
I see.
So if you do not sell these goods that are are manufactured in your country, and you want to come to another person's country and then import from outside the continent, then you have to abide by the sovereign laws of that country, because you do not have them to dump goods and then spoil their economy, isn't it?
That's correct.
Exactly.
That's correct.
So that, we are not. One thing is that we are not intertwined. Our investment laws in the sovereign is not intertwined. Each country's sovereign law is different from the other. But everybody's now respect the continental free trade based on the rules and regulations that set the African continental free trade. So their principle is different.
I see.
From the various sovereign laws in the respective countries.
I see.
And so what binds them together is that we should trade among ourselves without any hindrances, but we should trade in the goods and services that are produced in our respective country. Even when you go to the rules of origin, they define a good that is produced in the country on base that 60% of the input of manufacturing is about 60%.
Wow.
Before they can qualify that goods being qualified under the Continental Free Trade or the ECOWAS protocol. So it's not that easy, and the laws are so clear. So why is it that we are feeling shy?
The laws are so clear. Yes. Now, the question I'll ask you, Mr. Obeng, who is supposed to enforce the law and why the laws are not being enforced? This is one question. I want to reload you. Now, another question is how, does these foreigners acquire these shops? Who is it? Ghanaians, that lends these shops to them, or how? That is also another lingering question that we should be, questioning. That how are these foreigners able to acquire the shops?
So I've already told you that the enforcing agencies, the GIPC, and then the investment law, the way it is structured, involves about 4 institutions. That's the Ministry of Trade itself, the Ministry of Interior, because immigration aspect is also in it.
Good.
And then the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Good.
Because of the Continental Free Trade, the AFTA and all that. And then the national security, and all these things are involved.
I see.
And so the Attorney General is also part, because they have to define. That's why Madame Abreu or Paul Marietta
Abreu,
she contested the laws at the ECOWAS protocol. We won. That we have the right to. So Attorney General is also part of it, and they all have the mandate to enforce the laws.
Good.
You understand? And I've told you that the pressure that is coming diplomatically and all that, but that's neither here nor there. It doesn't make you a sovereign country. A sovereign country that cannot stand on its law is not a sovereign country.
Exactly.
It's a weak country. If we are unable to enforce our own laws. And so the other question was, if you can.
The other question was how did the foreigners manage to acquire these shops?
So how are they managed to? That's why I've mentioned the law authorities, the attorney.
Because they are already occupying the shops. Who gave it to them?
Who gave the landlords? But the question is, that's why I'm mentioning the Attorney General's Department. I'm mentioning the immigration and all that, because the law do not allow them to trade. And so whoever gives them the shops is also the laws of the country.
They must be arrested.
And whoever is also giving the source. So if the law is actually working, if the authorities are working, then this is not a question.
Exactly.
I heard that people are talking about people who fought. They are also corporates. They are also flouting the law because before you can employ a foreigner, because if you say that the shop belongs to you and you have employed a foreigner, then you should be able to go and get a quota from GRPC. GRPC, you have to apply that I want to employ a foreigner, and then they will do all the due diligence and say,
assessment for you.
Say, I want one, and all that. You have to do that. You have to give the employment offer. You have to get the work permit. So it's not that easy for you to even employ the person. So all these things are there for authorities to check. I hope you understand.
Exactly.
So, when somebody says that people are fronting and all that, it makes me so, I don't know what to say. That, do you have laws? Because the person does not qualify. Whoever fronts him is also disobeying the laws of the country. And that we have to go for that person. And so, this is what we have as a nation, that our forefathers, especially His Excellency, the Vice Lieutenant Rollins, were able to give to us, and then the subsequent leaders are overlooking. It's very unfortunate that we have to do everything to enforce these laws. And that we shouldn't shy. We haven't done anything wrong. It's our law, and every country is having their own law. So we should be able to enforce our laws
and operationalize it.
And operationalize it, and that it will not bring any confusion at all.
Good one.
It will not bring any confusion.
Good one.
It will only bring peace and tranquility. And then respect for our sovereign country.
Before I let you go under 1 second, may you confirm this, that our brothers and sisters in Abosokai have the right to tell the Nigerians to leave their shops for them, and then they will take over the shops. Do they have that right?
They have every right.
Good one.
So far as the law is on their side.
Good one.
Everything is about the law.
That's
the
right.
law says they don't have the right to be there.
And the law is the law, right?
And the law is the law.
Thank you.
Even enshrined in the Constitution.
Exactly.
Mr. you know the law more than myself. It says that if there's a law and it's not being enforced, the citizens have the right to make the laws work. Is it not enshrined in our Constitution?
It is there. It is there.
I find it and go to the Ghanaians. Maybe a certain lawyer can send it to you. So it's our right to make the laws of the country work. Otherwise, we are not a sovereign people.
Exactly.
We are Ghanaians. And we are, much as we are being governed, we also have a stake in governance.
God.
Do you understand that? Much as we are being governed, we also have a stake in governance.
Thank you.
And so our actions will also compel those in authorities to do the needful.
Exactly.
And this is what Abosoka people have just demonstrated.
Exactly. Ms. Obeng, thank you so much. I don't know, I can't thank you enough. Thank you very much.
My dear
at this very pressurized time, and you've made a time to speak to us. Many thanks indeed. And we'll definitely find time to speak to Mr. Obeng again on this very developing story. Of course, now you've heard it loud and clear. Nigerians. So the people of Abosokai, get ready. Now, we are about to launch something. In the very, I'm not going to announce, but it's going to come. We and immigration officers are working on something that we are going on manhunt. Wherever foreigners, particularly Nigerians, you are hiding. Our WhatsApp number is there. Do what? 1 minute, 2 seconds or whatever audio, not plenty. Tell us your name, tell us where you are running the audio from, and that you have spotted a group of Nigerians hiding somewhere, or a landlord is hiding them. Send that message to our WhatsApp line, 020-2973-461, 020-2973-461. We and immigration are about to go on the heaviest crackdown. Now, all the shops and supermarkets that the Nigerians have taken over, we are going to identify the owners as well and we'll make sure the law deals with those shop owners as at the same time. Because I cannot fault the Nigerians too much. You are a Ghanaian landlord or a Ghanaian shop owner. You know the law that you are not supposed to rent your shop or your supermarkets or whatever to a Nigerian or a South African or whatever. So why are you doing that? And you, the Nigerians, also occupying the shops, get ready to evacuate. Please, get ready to evacuate before the Ghanaians will set many of these shops ablaze. We don't want any trouble. The laws are the laws. For me, Mr. Bain has explained all to the nicety. That is also one of the very reasons why I asked him to speak pretty much more in the English for the better interpretations to our foreign brothers. I do not want anybody to say the laws are the laws, and the laws were made for Ghanaians. Okay? These laws were made, in the era of the PNDC days, and the laws are still enforced. Now, I am shocked to hear about 43 or so, of some goods and services you Nigerians have made it solely to Nigerians and not any other person. What about us? You want to come and flood and do business at the expense of Ghanaians, and you don't want to do the right thing, folks? So going forward, all offense KJTO, Mokwalao, Kaneshio, Aboso Kai for Muntiemi, Emrano Ayamumra, Mumma Muhumnesu Toboy, take the law and make sure, sir, Nigerians from Abati shops, Mumum free shops. Any means if you are mobile, Mum free mono, a legitimate right. And now we are going, for us as a platform, any other agencies, we are going to go on a different action. It's going to happen like a tsunami. And I'm not going to announce when this is going to happen. But I'm only just advising the Nigerians. Begin to pack. Begin to see how you comply with the law. Your failure to comply with the law, trust me, it will be very fatal because you don't have the power. ECOWAS court has ruled that already. And you people know. The ECOWAS court has ruled that fundamental striking of the law has been explicitly made clear. Why not? Folks, it will be here. And then we drop. So I will come your way same time Wednesday, 8:05 p.m. Now, Shannon, so the great guy, say, Mami, production Ruby X, and then, of course, Eko Besmark, online editor Kings, and then the two indefatigable guys, executive producer, Yao, Yamba, and the incredible Give Me the Back. And not Kofi Ejiri and Kofi Ansa are also out there. Give Me the Back. And Nyankopon Yadama, from Wednesday, we are going to have the convener of all the demonstrations and the issues. As far as Dr. Alhaji Hassan Ayarga is concerned, will join us. We'll look at the Friday as well and all the issues coming. We are also gauging the space about all this trade war and trade saga, blah, 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 and whatnot. And then the, immigration officers will also have their turn sometime next week. I hope so. And then we'll go into the immigrational laws and everything. And then, hence, Ghanaians will take the law, and work with it and make sure the law is operationalized. My name still remains Kweku Annan. Folks, Open repeated show. This show is still at YouTube. Uko YouTuber, type it, The Frontline Ghana. The Frontline Ghana. And then you are cool to go. Give it to a friend and brother. Up next will be class news coming shortly after this show. I am Kweku Annan. Bye for now.
CTV.